So guys, in this particular video I'll be showing you how to do arbitrage, especially using Binance exchange. But keep in mind, this is also applicable to pretty much any exchange, any centralized exchange you could ever think of, from Bybit to Mexi, KuCoin. There are hundreds if not thousands of them. But in this video I'll be emphasizing specifically on Binance. Okay, so you will need a verified Binance account to achieve this, so make sure that your Binance is fully verified. So after then, let me walk you through on how to achieve this. So now the aim of arbitrage is pretty very simple. All we do is to take an advantage of the different prices of a particular cryptocurrency in different in different markets, if I should put it that way. For an instance, this coin called AAVE, if you should make a very quick search of AAVE, you get to realize that this coin has a lot of markets still being traded on that same AAVE. So since there are a lot of markets like this, there will surely be different prices, because each market has different kind of buyers and sellers. So those different kind of buyers and sellers will surely brings about the differences in prices, at least a little differences. So those little differences is what we are taking an advantage of when it comes to arbitrage. So that is the idea we use in making profit here. But keep in mind, spotting those differences plays a very significant role, because without spotting the differences in that different market, there is no freaking way that the arbitrage will probably take place for the profit to even be made. So spotting like a little differences plays a very significant role. Imagine buying at 270 or 269, you sell at 270 and retain that little profit, and this can be done up to 20 to 30 times, if at all the opportunity is still there. That's how we capitalize and make our money consistently in a cycle form over time. So let me walk you through on how to do this practically, because matter of fact, it is one thing to spot an opportunity, and it is another thing to do it practically, so that you can get to know how it works. So let's get in real fast. So for context, we'll be working off on these two pairs. The first one there, which is the AAV USDT, as it is shown there. The second one, there is going to be this one, since there is different prices of that same coin. So let's quickly buy here and sell here, and that's how you make your profit. And keep in mind, I do give a very detailed mentorship on arbitrage, like in a practical way. The mentorship only costs $50. If you are interested, send a DM with arbitrage and I'll catch you on the inside. So let's see how we can do this and retain a little profit. So the first step now is to take note of our initial collateral. We have about 204.39. Let's use limit. We are using limit to buy this coin. Let's place our buy limit at 268.90. Very closer to the current value. You see, our order is right here at the second page. Okay, it is right at the first one now. It should be able to get trigger real quick. Okay, always place your order slightly below the current value, so that you wouldn't get be trapping on any sort of like lack of liquidity, if that makes sense. So the second currency is going to be the AAVE what FDUSD. Let's go there. You can see this one is at 270.50. So on AAVE FDUSD, we should be able to sell it for about 272 point something. I think during the course of doing this trade, there was a little increase, which it is to our advantage as well. So we had to place that sell limit order at 272.15, and it was successfully executed. We made about, I think, way more than 2% or 3% or thereabout. Imagine using a very decent capital to do this, you would have made a whole lot. But it's always best to try out with small money before you think of using a bigger money to see how sustainable it will be. So at this point, I'm trying to convert the FDUSD to USDT, so that way we can retain the profit, because the amount was in FDUSD, as you have seen there, obviously. So after selling it off there, we should be able to convert the little leftover US, or rather FDUSD, to USDT, because the entire FDUSD wasn't mitigated on the spot trading section. So we should be able to convert the leftover 82 or 83 cents back to the initial USDT. That way we can know the overall profit return. So at this point, the overall profit return was about 206.45, obviously. So if I want to do this again, I can still repeat the same process and do it up to like 20 times in a row. And that's how you make your money with little to no risk, if you come to think of it. And my mentorship is still ongoing. Hit the link in our bio to get started.